I ask for the truth on behalf of Say-san concerning relationship issues, concerning her and her partner. And I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth, always. And we cut the deck like that for you there, Say-san, and we just pop the cards just down here, move them to the side, and we'll deal out 3 cards. The first card that we deal is in the position of the recent past. And then the next card in the spread is the present. And then finally the card after that is the immediate future. So you could say, of course, the recent past influence is about a moon phase behind, about 3 or 4 weeks or so ago, whereas the immediate future is about 3 or 4 weeks or so into the future, isn't it? Ahead, about a moon phase ahead, where Say-san here, right now, in the middle at present. The meaning of each card is relevant to the position in the spread. So, say for example, the position of this first card that we pull out here is in the position of the recent past, for the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. And the meaning of that card is relevant to the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, and it's relevant to your question that you've asked about your relationship with you and your partner. So this will be the energy of this will vibrate with you and your partner in the recent past, over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. Let's now settle down and rotate the card nice and slow, just so we don't disturb the energy there. And as you can see, you've got the Raven. I suppose really the reason you've asked about the relationship is because there are concerns, because darkness loomed on the horizon for you just recently. Darkness in the sense of uncertainty, in the sense of maybe a dark place, a bad place, or something. Raven is often known as the carrier of souls from darkness into light, similar to Crow, isn't he? He's often the only spirit that speaks, the only animal spirit who actually speaks. And of course, whatever's been going on, we sense we've got the skull there. I don't know why I'm locking onto that, I don't know, as if to somehow indicate the death of a relationship in some way, because it could be the death of anything, but because you've asked about your relationship, you and your partner, it could be the darkness that looms between you and him, of course. And it seems as though things haven't been going too well. For whatever reason, we don't know. In a way, it's nobody's business, is it really? Because we're sort of doing this reading here in a sort of public group, isn't it? Or publicly. Let's just pull out the next card to see where you are now, of course, where Say-san is now in the relationship. Remember, darkness loomed on the horizon in the sense of past tense. It's happened. Doesn't necessarily mean it's still happening. If it is still happening, how has it manifested itself? Has it transformed itself into anything, this darkness? Has the darkness transformed itself into what? The energy of the satyr. The satyr, of course, is the mythical creature, the half man, half goat, that represents revelry and indulgence. Saturn, of course, is where the word Satan comes from, isn't it? That's where the word Satan derives from. And of course, revelry and indulgence in this case may be going out drinking too much. Maybe you've turned to drink. Maybe you feel that drinking, smoking or drugs or whatever you've turned to it is helping you in some way. Let's sort of like hope that it isn't anything stronger, if you know what I mean, or pills or anything like that. But certainly, you've been sort of enslaved, if you would say. It seems as though something has got a hold of you there. Maybe it's just going out and partying, thinking that you may meet somebody else and extricate yourself from this dark patch in your relationship. Maybe going out with your partner to try and enjoy yourself, to try and re-energise or sort of revitalise the relationship. Is that the right word? Maybe that's what it is. It's not looking good there, or it doesn't look good, but it looks as though you're seen as if you're turning to something to try and, I don't know, either divorce yourself from the truth, hide from it, I don't know. Let's see what the next card is. Let's see what happens in the immediate future, which is just the next 3 or 4 weeks or so. Not too far ahead, as you would say, but it's just enough ahead. Yes, that's not surprising at all, is it? The hourglass. Notice there the hourglass, just indicating that really for the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, time is of the essence to save this relationship. Turning to drink, turning to drugs, or whatever it is. Even going out to nights on the town. Of course, you can go a night on the town with him, but of course, when he goes somewhere, whatever, talking to his friends on the other corner of the room, you could be flirting with somebody else, or something could start, couldn't it? You don't know. But it looks as though here it's, I suppose, a fitting, appropriate conclusion to the situation, the problem that you've been having with your relationship there, in the sense of darkness looming on the horizon for the relationship, things sort of going wrong, or things not looking good anyway, for the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, and this has resulted in revelry and indulgence in the sense of it's resulted in you probably turning to drink or being enslaved in something, or just literally going out, like I say, for a night on the town to try and enjoy yourself, to try and revitalise the relationship in some way that way, when really it's sitting down and talking sensibly, pragmatically, logically and reasonably about it, which is really the answer, which is you have time. Of course, time is of the essence to do that within. So if you want to save the relationship, then of course want to bring a bit of light back into the relationship. Time is of the essence to talk about it, to be honest with not just him, but be honest with yourself as well, and with yourselves. Maybe if this is a soulmate that's just for now, and of course things have to move on, then we have to move forward. Move on. I want to pull another card here, but I don't feel it's necessary in that sense, as you would say, because it's leaving with a bit of advice, and maybe I don't know what happens around about March. Time is of the essence, or will be of the essence. Then time will be of the essence. You're against the clock to sorting this relationship and maybe fixing the relationship. The spider there, of course, representing creativity, representing planning and whatever. Of course, just indicating that a sort of meticulous and patient, just being meticulous and patient, really, in the sense of attention to detail. I call that the attention to detail card. So I suppose really that's good advice in the sense of time will be of the essence very soon. So attention to detail, talk about everything, and face up to everything, including yourself. I think now until next time, Spirit needs to guide, heal and protect, and offer enlightenment to some degree. That I think you know the answer here. I just hope that this clarifies it in some way. I hope it helps. I hope things heal, and maybe just maybe we can we can get something out of this, a lesson or whatever. For now, these cards have spoken.